So, once again, Anonymous is being ineffective, probably intentionally. The reason why I cannot support morally the Occupy Wall Street movement anymore, well, at least one segment of it, I don't know if all of Occupy is like that, but the Facebook group I used to go to, is way up Anonymous's ass. And people don't realize Anonymous is a fucking joke. It's nothing. Even if they are hackers and shit, who cares? They're not doing anything with it. They're not doing anything positive with it. Ooh, you harassed some random politicians. You blacked out the CNN debates. Now none of us get to hear what the politicians have to say. Yeah, it's all lies and bullcrap anyway, but, you know, some of us enjoy watching the debates, and you're going to take that away from us because Ron Paul didn't get enough airtime. Even though the debates are privatized. Yeah, most of the people that are part of Anonymous are probably libertarians. And you know what? You want more capitalism when the debates are a private entity. You know, they're ran by private corporations. Everybody knows this. And the parties themselves are private. They're private organizations and institutions that get private funding from different companies to lobby for them or just to prop them up. And, you know, everything around you is privatized. And yet you want more capitalism. You know, I'm glad Ron Paul gets blacked out, because Ron Paul's an idiot. Ron Paul would make this situation even worse by privatizing even more, because everything you turn around is fucking privatized. Every corner of every inch is privatized. What are you not getting about that? And even institutions you think is state-based are not. The IRS is a private institution. Child Services is a private institution. Half of the soldiers in Iraq are mercenaries. They're owned by private contractors. What part of this are you not understanding? Maybe the government subsidizes them, but that doesn't make them private. If it did, they would be under the laws and regulations of the government. But they aren't. That's the problem with corporatism. And corporatism isn't going to end just because you have states' right of confederacy and all this other libertarian bullshit. You're just going to make things worse. And they know that too. That's why they don't want to do it. Because they got a good thing going here. And your little bullshit might come at odds with that. But it wouldn't come at odds with the principle of it. It would only come at odds with the method. And they don't want to take the risks associated with a new method. How does that saying go? If it ain't broken, don't fix it. Yeah, that'll work. They got something good going here, and you might ruin it. But not enough. Most likely you wouldn't ruin it, and you would just make our death go even faster. But, they don't want to take those risks. That's why they're the elite, the 1%, because they're smart. You are just as sociopathic and demented as the 1%, but are a lot dumber. You are ridiculously retarded and stupid and would kill us all with your idiocy. And I know some of those words aren't real words. I know that I'm enunciating some things incorrectly. But the principle here is that everything Anonymous is either just a shill. They are just designed to scare people. They're going to see these internet hackers, and the normal masses are just going to be scared out of their minds, and they're going to ask for more severe authoritarianism. You're going to get stuff like the Patriot Act even more, because people are going to be afraid for their lives, they're going to be afraid for their family because of all the shit that goes down on the internet, and Anonymous is just playing around with all of it. You are setting things up for a police state, whether or not you want to. Anonymous, whether intentionally or not, is fucking us over, because either Anonymous is working with the elite, or is just being an idiotic mass of, secret society bullshit. This isn't some spy game, and this is real life with real consequences, and you need to figure out what it is you want. What do you really want, Anonymous? Do you want to, make the world better? Well, then why don't you hack some big business? Yeah, instead of hacking some random politician who's minding his own business, or, just because he didn't vote the way you wanted him to, or instead of, hacking CNN who's just running the debates, why don't you hack, I don't know, McDonald's or Walmart or some big institution that is exploiting people of the third world and exploiting the workers here and is exploiting everybody, the land, the resources, people, and making all this fucking money. Why don't you hack them? Why don't you disrupt their flow of money, you know? But you're not going to, because either you're working with them or you're just too caught up in your own little world of being a superhero, of being this faceless organization. We are anonymous, we are Legion. You ever notice that too? We are Legion. Where does that come from? That comes from the Bible. Why would you want to be Legion? Why would you want to be a bunch of faceless, reckless demons possessing some innocent girl? Actually, that sounds just like Anonymous, but you know, that's what it is. That's not something you'd want to be normally. And a lot of these institutions worship devils. They make it obvious. And that's why I say this is a fight between good and evil. And, you know, Anonymous is not frightening. They're just incredibly stupid. Even if they work for the elite, they don't seem to realize they are an expendable resource. Because, you know what, as soon as it becomes convenient, a couple of these anonymous hackers will be made visible, then they won't be anonymous anymore. They will be a sacrificial lamb for the very elite that hired them to do this, and, you know, the very elite that they claim to be against. And it's all a game. It's all one sick fucking game. And I'm tired of it. I'm tired of, you know, pretending like, you know, these guys are on the same side as the left. They aren't. They aren't the left at all. And, you know, that's why I'm so disgusted with what Occupy Wall Street has become. Because they keep sitting there on their asses, protesting and talking about the 1%, man, you know, but they never want to do anything constructive with all that effort. You know how many fucking people go to those protests? Why not you do something with that effort? Why not you create some kind of labor movement? You got enough people there to start a union. Why not start a union and force it down the throats of businesses to unionize and to expand upon that? You know, there's so many things you could do. It doesn't even have to be a union. I'm just giving an example. But you don't want to. You don't want to do any positive change. You just want your brand of evil. Like the Blood Wars, like Warhammer 40k. It may not be the elite's form of evil, but you want your form of evil. And it's still fucking evil. And that's the problem with this world. So I just needed to say that because, you know, I do not support Anonymous. And they do get their origins from 4chan, despite what some people might think. And you know what? 4chan is not a beacon of morality either. And to all those little fucktard morons that think that, you know, only pedophiles get banned from 4chan, apparently you don't post at 4chan. I wouldn't have enough saved pictures of banned people to use as proof of their abuse, and I could make a baseball card series out of it, of banned members, because that many people get banned for stupid shit. These people are not moral. They're not going to ban you for doing something illegal or immoral. They're just going to ban you to flaunt their dick. That's why they're sociopaths. That's why sociopaths usually become criminals, because they get impatient trying to, you know, extract their vicious and diabolical nature, and they just can't wait to do it by the, you know, the normal legal means, so they become serial killers and rapists and shit. But that does not mean that 4chan is only punishing the bad people. You know, 4chan will ban you for stupid crap like saying boxy or some other crap, or just because they feel like it. They're in a bad mood. That's the problem with private industry. They can abuse you for anything, for any reason, any time. And just because they might haphazardly throw a dart at the head of some bad guy once in a while does not in itself justify capitalism or private capital. But you're so fucking stupid and so evil and maniacal that you will agree with it anyway, whether or not you knew all the facts behind it, whether or not you knew how disgusting 4chan actually was. You would still support 4chan and still support the mistreatment Jim Prophet received under them, because you are just fucking evil. And that's it.